to the lady's house, so I may end up losing connection, but I'm here. Yay! Yeah, so I should be there in about 45 minutes. It's 7:30 right now, my time, and only a few hours until the New Year's, so yeah. Yeah, so I think basically it'll be like a few people there, and they'll like celebrate the New Year, and then I really need caffeine. Oh man. So what it is that for whatever reason, the power went out over at this traffic light, and because it went out on this traffic light, all the lights are blinking red. So yeah, it's great. It's like, hey, stop signs all around. I don't know what to do about it. I could call the electric company, maybe the city, and be like, hey, yes, or electricity company, of course, electricity company. I could totally do that. But yeah, happy New Year. New Year's is in, like, for me, it's about 5 hours away, 4.5 hours away. So in 8, 9, 10, 11, 4.5 hours away. So yeah. I am basically driving over to my friend's house who, you know what, I can stop. Okay. There you go. And I need to add more oil into my vehicle. I'll do that at a gas station because it's 45 minutes away, and it's like, let's not test things out. So yeah. Yeah, my car is shaking because of fuel injector thingy. It's like struggling. It's like, I can barely live. My dad was like, have the front end looked at. I'm like, cool, what about this? And he's like, oh yeah, it's pricey. I'm not paying for it. You are. I don't care. I want my vehicle to run well, but I have no money, and I was so tired of, like, people trying to fix the problem, and it turns out, no, it was not the problem, and not actually fixing the problem, and then me spending a lot of money in order to get the problem to be fixed. So, yeah. It was a pain in my butt, and in my money thing, too. But yeah, I'm headed out. I looked at the temperature, it's like 33 degrees. I walked out and was like, oh, this feels fairly comfortable-ish. Turns out, no, not so much. So, yeah. Or, no, sorry, it was comfortable. I was like, yay! I walked out, I was like, I feel like I'm very warm. So what it is that I have on a regular shirt, and I have a sweater on, like a, not a thermal top, but like a sweater top-ish. It's like, anyways, so I have that on, and then I have this leather jacket, which is actually amazingly warm, and then I also have cargo pants on. And then I also have toe socks on, which also, I'm not sure people know, but toe socks are actually really warm. At least for me, they are. So, yeah. I've often worn them with, like, sandals, but the main reason why I'm wearing toe socks right now is because I need to do laundry, and all of my, socks are dirty except for this pair. And I'm like, well, yep. So at least I'm nice and warm. They'll probably have fireworks out tonight. I see a plane. It's not a bird. It's not Superman. It's a plane. It's outside. Oh yeah. So tonight I was about to take it. I was talking to one of my roommates, and what it is that as I was talking with her, I was like, yeah, basically, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, take a shower, and then vamoose. And she's like, yeah, I need to take a shower soon too. I was like, oh, what? And she's like, oh, you need to take it. Like a few minutes later, she's like, yeah, I need to take a shower. I was like, oh, and I was like, oh no. And she was like, oh, you need to take a shower? I was like, yeah, I'll be like 20 minutes. I'll be done. And she's like, you can take a shower first. I was like, cool. And so she, I went ahead and told her I'll be 20 minutes. And as I was running upstairs, I was like, I'll leave plenty of hot water for you. What's hilarious about that is that the water, like, it's so good in terms of like the hot water and everything. It's so good inside of the dorm that I have actually left the water running for an hour, and it still had hot water like after that hot 1 hour. So it's like, okay, I think we're okay. Like, really, honestly. So, yeah. Hey, fireworks. Fun fact, each state has a different law in regards to fireworks. I remember one time I saw fireworks being sold, and they were within, like, the county. Or, like, they were, like, 2 miles away from the residential area inside the city. So I remember that. And then in other states, it's like you cannot, you can sell them on the county border or like between the two counties. So there's like thin strips between counties. So there's another one. And then another state, it's actually where you are not allowed to sell the bigger fireworks. I don't think I know fireworks you're not allowed to sell. I'm not sure about sparklers. Sparklers might be one of those things where they can't sell either. So they're not allowed to sell any of that inside the state. So people will actually go to a nearby state and they'll go ahead and buy sparklers and fireworks and all that. Because it's like, well, like, yeah. For the gas station so I can put oil in. I had been hearing the oil for a while like slosh, and I was like, is it that low? I don't know. I don't want to try. So now I'm hearing it be low. Or that grammar sounded so bad. Now I hear that it is low, and I'm like, okay, I need definitely stop at a gas station in order to add in oil. Definitely oil. So yeah. I also think, so my hair is actually wet, so I think, there we go. So I think that in about, like, it'll be mostly dry by the time we get there. And the reason why I say that is because my hair is, I'm letting it down. If I kept it like together in a ponytail, some of it would definitely still be wet. But because I let it down, it should dry in the next like hour or so. I hope. Fingers crossed. Also, I realized I need to buy spoons. We basically ran out of spoons. We have forks, but we're out of spoons. Spoons. I need to grab some large containers of store. I need to grab some large storage containers because that are from my storage unit. So I have a few of them. My roommate actually asked, "Do you guys have storage unit or storage containers?" It's like, no, sorry. And so I need to grab some of the storage. Where's that gas station? You know what? I bet I passed it. Like, I was hoping to stop at a gas station. So what I may end up doing, because I think my oil is still, will be, I'm 90% sure it'll be good until I get to the house. I'll put the oil in, probably shortly after I get there. So yeah. Okay. Yay! I'm letting my hair blow out. Alright. Yay! My hair. Oh, there it is. I did not pass the gas station. It's just that it was coming up. Okay, good. So I'll put some oil in, maybe about a quart or so. And then, holy cow, there's a stop sign. It's no longer yield, it's a full-on stop sign. Nope, can't go. Vehicle turned right or left. Yeah, okay, there we go. They're redoing some of the roads, so I'm happy about that. Yay! Okay, there we go. And I am going to go ahead and put some oil into my vehicle because, yeah, having the engine explode because of lack of oil is not good. Hi! How are you? Hi, Jason. I'll be right back. I need to go ahead and put some oil into my vehicle. you're okay, I guess? Oh, that sucks. Are you doing anything for New Year's? Like, I don't know, fireworks? Going out somewhere? Sometimes they have places where you can go and watch fireworks. It just depends, like, if you're near a city. No? YouTube. So you're on YouTube right now. I know it's a few hours, but probably around like 11:30, 11:45, you can actually watch the ball drop probably on YouTube. I would not be surprised because I found out, so there's actually an article online, because I have where news updates are sent to me every day. So Sean Astin is actually the president of the SGMA Award, SAG Awards. Oh, I'm so done. He's actually president of the SAG Awards. It mentioned that basically there's a lot of people that are switching to YouTube. Happy New Year to you too, Surrender Cambo. Thank you. Happy New Year. But yeah, Jason, you said that you're okay, I guess, and that you're not going anywhere for New Year's. But yeah, so what was it? So Sean Astin, I think his name is Sean Astin. He's the guy that played as Samwise Gamgee to Frodo Baggins. And so he went ahead and what did he end up saying? He was like, yeah, basically, what was his thing? There was an article online where it's like, yeah, basically he is the president of it, and that basically the SAG Awards are switching over to YouTube now, which I think is... times have changed, and it's like, you know, I wish things were the same, but guess what? Like, me and my roommate, we don't watch television. We watch things on, like, YouTube and Netflix, and we pirate it. So, yeah, it's through, like, a variety of websites that we are able to find this. So, yeah. But, yeah, Happy New Year to you, too. But yeah, so yeah, I put some oil in. I'll check it before I go tonight in order to see, like, before I leave back to the dorm. Or I could check it tomorrow. I'll check it tomorrow. I don't really have anything else to do, so yeah. Squeaky noises. So yeah, but yeah, on YouTube you might be able to find the ball drop, or like if you're in New Orleans, or no, it's not New Orleans, it's Mobile, you can watch the moon pie drop, or like I don't know what else there is out there, but I know there's those too. You might be able to find those on YouTube and watch that drop. I know at the house that I'll be at, they'll probably have fireworks, and they'll probably start shooting out the fireworks soon. And then between like now and then, they'll have, oh, I forgot my mittens, they're in my other coat. No! I love my mittens. My mittens are like so warm and soft, and they're like absolutely wonderful. Oh man. And I forgot my mittens. Oh man, that sucks. So yeah, anyways. But yeah, you can watch like New Year's. in like other countries if you wanted to do that, or because we are like, for example, I talked to someone and I noticed they were speaking Spanish. There was an automatic translator there though, so I was like, oh, are you in Spain? Because they're like 5-6 hours ahead of us. And they're like, yeah, I am. And I was like, that's really cool, especially that you're in Spain. And yeah. But yeah, so they're in Spain, and my guess is that their New Year's has already passed. Yeah. What time was it? It was like 7 o'clock, and then it was 2 o'clock my time. No, it was like, I forget what time. So it was basically a little bit later, though. So I was like, Happy New Year, dude. Happy New Year. Thank you for going around me. Oh, two people were pulled over. I'm confused. So there's like two cop cars, one behind the other, and they're both pulled over. So I'm just like, I'm so confused. And one of them looks as though like they got out and talked to the other cop. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Also yesterday when I was putting the water bottles, I grabbed two things of 40 water bottles and I put them into my buggy. And so whenever I did that, like put them into my buggy, what did I end up doing? I just realized, okay, sorry, I was thinking about something. So my roommate is allergic to fish. The house that I'm going to, sometimes they'll have fish. And she was like, yeah, sometimes like, you know, households, they go ahead and prepare fish. And whenever they prepare it, it's on the same thing. Well, I'm thinking not when they prepare it, but like whenever they're done with the fish. And now I see what she means. So as they're like getting ready and such, not necessarily cooking the food in the same pot. It only took me like 3-4 hours to realize that. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm smiling. Just, hi, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate it. So I accidentally scraped my finger when I was putting a pack of 40 waters inside the buggy. And so I placed the Band-Aid on it and then it came off while I was taking a shower earlier. But the skin's a little wrinkly, so I'm letting it air dry a little bit and then I'll put another Band-Aid on it just to prevent infection. And then also so it won't hurt at all while I'm doing stuff. So yeah. Whee! Going about 70-ish. This highway does allow it to 70. I'm actually going about 65 now. read the comments once I get there and respond to them. Or like whenever I get to this traffic light, which will be in about maybe 15 minutes or so. But yeah, let's see what else is new. Yeah, that's basically about it. Basically, I'm going to this New Year's Eve party, or New Year's party. The people I'm visiting, they invite their entire family. Usually it's the wife's family. Her mom also lives there, and so I'll take her out about once a week, and we'll go out and like maybe have dinner or something else. She mentioned, so next week I'll actually be taking her out, and also it's because like at this point I'm like, you know what, she's at the house all day, she does nothing, and I'm like, you know what, I could take her out and like we can go out and do stuff. And she usually likes to go out to eat, so we'll go out to eat. And then this coming up week, she mentioned she has a doctor's appointment, so I'll actually be picking her up and taking her to her doctor's appointment. And then I may end up going over or like to different areas. Why? I don't like to. So the person, they went ahead and went around me. Yeah, they went around me. And then after that, they like pulled right up in front of me, probably about like 40, 50 feet, maybe. And I'm just like, why did you pull up so close in front of me? Why? It's like I could go so much faster. So now I'm like going faster, and I went around them. What I mean by faster is basically they were going about 67, 68, and now I'm going about 70. So, yeah. Alright. But yeah, the house that I'll be going to, they usually have food. They sometimes have alcohol, and then they'll also have those big bottles like Welch's grapefruit juice or whatever. And so I remember last time I was like, oh, it's a big bottle. And so I grabbed it, brought it out, and me and this other lady were tasting the bottle, and we're like, all right, this is awesome stuff. And then I looked at the bottle and I was like, wait a minute, there's no alcohol in this. I was like, all right, let's try this again. Let's try another thing of alcohol. So like, you know, just to try it, because I didn't want to be like the only one. And so I was trying it, and I was like, this has no alcohol on it either. And she's like, yeah, on here it says no alcohol. And I was like, what in the world? Like, no. And so then I finally like looked at the other bottle, so I was like, okay, this one has alcohol. And so I brought it out, and like I actually tried, it was either a wine or a champagne or something else. I was like, you know what, I normally don't like wine. I really like this one. Like, I really, really like this one. So, yeah, it was actually really good. So the people, the lady that I was trying it with, I think she was a relative. So my friend, or like my friend, she's a grandmother or great-grandmother. She's a great-grandmother. So she's actually 70 years old right now. So she's 70, and then her daughter, so she has 4 sons and 1 daughter. Her daughter, so her kid, she's black, her kids are black, and then her daughter ended up marrying an Asian dude, which, like, she's very well educated, she speaks very well, and she has a lovely, like, an amazing voice. Like, just listening to her voice, I'm like, oh my goodness, this sounds so good. Like, you just have an amazing speaking voice. So, and I think I am supposed to stay north. Okay, good. But yeah, she has just an amazing speaking voice. And I was like, yeah, like, like, I can't see now unless he was very well educated, like very, and had just was like tens all around. I was like, I can't see you being with another black dude. Maybe a white dude, but even like a white dude, I'm like, you know, some white dudes are just not good enough, to be honest. And then she ends up marrying an Asian dude. I was like, yes, there we go. There's like, that's it. She's totally like, she's gorgeous. She's absolutely, like, she's so pretty and she has this amazing speaking voice. And like her laugh, like some people's laugh is just obnoxious. And I admit sometimes whenever I laugh, I'm like, ew, like I just made myself cringe. And hearing her talk and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, you got an Asian dude. Okay, yeah. You're like a 10 in my book, and you got together with an Asian dude, and I'm like, okay, this is all around Asian dude. And they have a son, and he looks Asian, and he's so adorable, and I'm just like, you are just the cutest thing, like, aw. So, yeah. So I'm happy for her. Like, I really am happy for her. I hope she's happy, even though I can tell on days she's like, this is not working. That sounds so bad. But like on days, be sweet as sugar, share the road. Hey, that's cool. I like that. I think my hair is mostly dry, not 100%, but mostly dry. So that's good. Oh, there's a motorcyclist. Motorcyclists, what's up? Stay alive, please. Like, I know we need more organ donors, but don't be an organ donor. Just don't. Oh, yeah, I saw this clip, or like, I remember this clip recently, and it was basically where this, I think I'm supposed to take it right. I am supposed to take it right. Okay. Dang it. So basically it was from Sabrina, the 1960s, 50s version with Audrey Hepburn. No, Audrey, not Hepburn, but Audrey, one of the Audreys. Which, by the way, I thought was very good and very entertaining. But the 1990s version with Harrison Ford, which, by the way, I thought was very good. Anyways, so I watched that one, and in it, like, the lady, she goes ahead and what was it, Sabrina tells Harrison Ford's character, like, yeah, I think you're like the world's only living heart donor. And he's like, what? And so he tells his secretary, have you heard of me being the world's only living heart donor? And his secretary laughs, and it's because, like, he's known for being so selfish and so, like, money-minded that he doesn't think about other people. He goes ahead and like, he's a businessman. Not necessarily that he's greedy, but like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna buy this company and merge it and like all that stuff. And he's not very like giving. And so hence why he's known as the world's only living heart donor. So yeah, I remember that before. Yeah. So, but yeah, don't be an organ donor. Like, in other words, like, ride motorcycle, but, you know, be safe about it. And then, yeah, don't become a heart donor. Just don't. That's a horrible idea. Like, yeah. Oh, and I like all the lights along the edges. They're angels. The angels are blue and they wings are white, so you can definitely tell. I remember when like a lot of the Christmas stuff was like all white. It's kind of nice to see like color, but then also I'm happy to see like Christmas decorations still be white occasionally. So yeah, it still looks pretty. Okay, where are you from? So I do not feel comfortable answering where I'm from. I noticed Jason asked that, where I'm from. I don't feel comfortable answering that, but I will go ahead and say like some of the states that I've either lived in or that my family is from. So my accent, my mom is from Oregon and my dad is from Ohio. So my accent is very Midwestern, Northeastern accent. It's a combination of both of them. So it's very unique. I've talked to people and I've only had 2 people accurately guess that. I talked with a guy who is autistic and I was like, yeah, usually with autistic people, they can't tell the accent. He's like, oh, I can. I would say that you're like mid-European. I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. I did not call him an idiot to his face. But I was like, yeah, like, I've heard of European accents. I know I don't have a European accent. The only reason why he guessed European accent was because it's because one of his friends is actually from Europe. So, yeah. But yeah, my mom's from Oregon, my dad's from Ohio, and then I ended up some of the states that I've lived in has been New York, Wisconsin, no, not Wisconsin, New York, Wyoming, excuse me, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. So, yeah. And I think my finger is mostly dried, somewhat. So yeah, imagine right now they're playing games. Whee! But yeah. It's kind of nice. People still have up their Christmas decorations. For me, I'm like, don't take the Christmas decorations down like the day after Christmas. Just don't. Because it's like so pretty to drive through and the weather is finally cold and Christmas was weird because the high was 75. So I think I wore a short sleeve shirt. It's weird. Christmas was weird. I'll admit. I was like, okay, it's warm. What? It's normally not always like that. But I can tell you this. January for this state is usually cold. December, not so much. It's like hit or miss. So yeah, I still remember like, what was it, a few years ago? New Year's, it snowed. How? Like, and it's, well, no, that was kind of normal. But in a state in which it had not snowed in 18 years, that was amazing. It really, really was. Okay, I think I'm going too fast. You know what? Sometimes they have New Year's Eve services. I forgot about that. I haven't been to New Year's Eve service in years. I realized I could have also worn my earrings. My earrings are actually in one of the drawers, and I purposely brought them so I could wear them, and I'm not wearing them. This sucks. Oh well. Oh, there's a little manger. And you know what's cool is that some people are now using the lights in order to make it look like different characters have clothes on. Instead of it being like, here's an outline, it's like, no, here's their clothes that they had on. And yeah, so Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, they're like, hey, we're gonna have them where they have clothes. So yeah, that was really cool. Nice. Hey, Domino's! They have to follow the speed limit. If they don't follow the speed limit, they can eventually be fired. And what it is that it tracks you on your head, the thing that's above your vehicle, and then it also tracks you like where you're at, and then it also tracks you on an app on your phone just to make sure that you're following the speed limit. And then also it lets people know where Domino's is at, along with that tracker thing also lets the store know where you're at, because there's also a map inside the store, so that way if, like, let's say you go off track or something happens, they're like, okay, we know where you're at. So yeah. Wait, light, why do you blinding light? Okay. Oh, I hear fireworks. I do not see fireworks yet. Oh, there they are, just left. There we go. There's a bunch of people outside. It looks so cool. Whee! But yeah, I like this. Yay, fireworks! And they're like sort of in the city, but they're out like in the suburb of the city. So like, let's say you're in one part of the city and then you drive to the other part, it still takes like 10-20 minutes to get from one part to the other. So yeah. And slow down. Oh, pretty fireworks! Some are white and glittery, and then some are like different colors. Oh yeah, by the way, this will be my last video for this year, and then I'll do another video probably whenever I get back home. So it'll be after midnight, 1 a.m., something like that. So yeah. And slow down to 15. Oh, somebody has their house decorated all white and then their chimney is red, which is kind of, it it's not what I expected, so it looks kind of weird, but I get it because it's like Santa, land here and go into our chimney into the red spot. This is, welcome back. Okay, so you asked me earlier, like, where I'm from. So I don't feel comfortable saying where I'm from, but I will tell you some things. I've lived in a few different states. I'm from the USA. And so my mom's from Oregon, my dad's from Ohio, so that is where my accent is from. I have never lived in those states yet. Oh, who knows what will happen in the future. But oh, that looks like October lights or like Halloween lights. But aside from that, so that's where they're from. And then I have lived in Wyoming, New York, Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama. And there's one other state. I can't remember where it was. So, Wyoming, New York. No, let's see. I tell people I've lived in 6 different states. I'm trying to recall what those 6 states were. North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina was the other one. So yeah, I've lived in Wyoming, New York, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. I was like, okay, let's go timeline of like which states I've lived where. So yeah. And then I need to turn. Where's this spot? No, it's over here. Okay. And then my friend is always like, because she's, you know, a mom, a grandma, a great-grandma, she's like, be careful of this road because sometimes deer are out here. So, hence why I have my brights on and I'm going semi-slow. 20 miles an hour. Woohoo! Can't wait. I'm excited about their food. They have wonderful food that I thoroughly enjoy. And I need to return their containers that they let me borrow. Here we go. And there's like enough spaghetti back at the house. So one of my roommates ended up making spaghetti. And there's enough spaghetti back at the house for like a couple of days. And then she also made rotel, and then our other roommate went ahead and made rotel too. Where is everyone? What the heck? Usually there's like 20 cars out here. Okay, I do see some cars. I see no people and like hardly any cars. And I see no bonfire. What the heck is going on? Like... It might be a small group of people, but this feels weird. Like, why is there hardly anyone? Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so I will be back. I'll do another short video whenever I get back to the dorm. And then that way, for those who are curious, I did get back safely. I had to put a, yeah, I'll be back safely, so yeah. And then I need to put my hair up. just one clip. Oh, here's another. Okay, this is what was going on. It's like, I can't see this thing. Okay, there we go. I usually have like hair pieces. Germex. Oh, here it is. I found it. Whoop. Alright. Bye, everyone. I hope you guys have a great night. Happy New Year, all that jazz. And I will see you guys in the new year. Bye.